Hey everybody, welcome back for another vintage baseball card pack opening. We're going to go ahead and open up as always, starting off with the lowest potential stack, leading up to the packs with the highest potential. But as we all know, with opening up baseball cards, you just never know which stack is going to bring out the best cards. So we're going to go ahead and not waste any time. We're going to go ahead and get started here. We're starting off as we usually do with the 91 Studio. Jeff Bagwell being the best card in here, but the best thing about these studio packs are just the weird pictures that you can find on the cards. So let's see what we can find in here tonight. And we're going to start off here with Nick Asaski, Moises Alou, Paul Ferries, Chuck Finley with a big mullet, Willie Randolph, Rick Honeycutt, George Bell, Daryl Boston, Dave Anderson, and there's Jeff Bagwell. So that's the best card here. A little bit of a print error in there, so that's not always a good thing there, but that's the best card out of the set. So Bagwell rookie. I'm going to go ahead and pull that aside. All right, so, and moving on into 92 Studio. We are going to start off here. We have Ken Hill, Franklin Stubbs, Todd Hundley, Scott Leas, Dave Justice, second year, actually third year, I should say. He did have a 1990 card. Chuck Finley, Doug Tassenzo, Andy Benez, Mike Spanky LaValliere. There's Big Mac Mark McGuire, Gerald Clark, and Tino Martinez. And then moving on to 1990 Donruss, looking for some neat rookies here. Nothing of high value, but always a fun set to open up. And they did love to overdo the wax on these packs in this set here. Alright, we start off, we have Calvin Schiraldi, Charlie Liebrant, Bob Melvin, Vance Law, John Dobson, Steve Cummings, Eric Davis, Kevin Romine, Rick Shue, Wes Gardner, Tommy Herr, Gary Wayne, Goose Gossage, Mike Moore, Tony Fossas, and the murderer Julio Machado. Nothing much in that pack. And then moving on over to 1990 Fleer, a lot of the same rookies, Larry Walker, Dave Justice, two of the best ones in the set. And we have the Cardinals team sticker, followed by Ted Power, Jesse Roscoe, Bob Ojeda, Joe Orsulak, Tony Fossas, Luis Aquino, Tim Tuffle, Bud Black, Norm Charlton, Cal Ripken Player of the Decade, not the error card, because it does have an error card that's RIPKIN, Terry Kennedy, Danny Heap, Rick Sutcliffe, Paul Molitor, and Kirk McCaskill. Nothing too great out of the first couple packs other than that Bagwell rookie. So now we're going to go over to 1988 Topps, most notably for a lot of the errors in the set here. Nothing too fabulous when it comes to rookies. There's Tom Glavine rookie in here as a highlight rookie, and Matt Williams, even though it's not a true rookie for him. We have Ed Olwine, Reed Nichols, Dave Steeb, Pat Pasillo, John Russell, Mike Young, Darryl Strawberry, Propaganda Piece, Joe Hesketh, Willie Randolph, Luis Salazar, the Cardinals leaders, Steve Lombardozzi, Benny Santiago All-Star, Dwayne Murphy, and Phil Garner. Best card being Darryl Strawberry out of that pack. And then we go over to 88 Score, looking for Glavine rookies again. Cam Nitty has a rookie in this set, as well as Matt Williams. And we start off with Chris Bosio, Fred Lynn, Ken Gerhart, Sam Horn, Garth Org, Terry Francona, Randy Bush, Bob Stanley, Leon Durham, Mark Thurmond, Danny Jackson, Steve Ontiveros, Sean Dunston, Tom Paciorek, there's Keith Hughes, Chris Gwynn, and Daryl Ackerfeld. So nothing too great out of that pack either. And then sticking with 88, we're going to go over to 88 Donruss. The more I open these packs, the more I think this is a searched box, which I don't understand why anybody really searched an 88 Donruss, but I haven't pulled out much of anything, so don't really expect much here. But we start off here with Tom Nieto, Mickey Brantley. There's a Jack McDowell rookie, so that might lead to this not being a search box, but haven't pulled much of anything else here. Mike Brumley, Brian Downing, David Palmer, Lee Guterman, Andre Dawson, Robbie Thompson, Mike Diaz, Kurt Stillwell, Randy Reddy, Ozzie Smith, Glenn Wilson, and Billy Hatcher. One nice card, even though not a high value card. Would have been a nice card a few years ago. All right, and our final card of stack number 1, we have 91 Score Series 1. Looking for a Musino rookie out of here. And we are going to start off with Chuck Finley, Cal Ripken, Bill Landrum, Candy Maldonado, Bill Hanselman, Chuck McElroy, Mark Dewey, Don Peters is a first-round draft pick card, Jay Bell, Frank Tanana, Gary Gaetti, there's a Bonds, Mel Hall, Mike Jeffcoat, Ken Camedy, and Willie Randolph. So nothing too phenomenal out of stack number 1. So we're going to move on to stack number 2, where we have 93 Upper Deck Series 1. Looking for Piazza, second year, as the highlight card out of this set here. And we start off here with Tim Belcher, Kerry Woodson, Mike Timlin, Tim Belcher, Bill Spires, Jose Rijo, Charles Nagy, Wes Chamberlain, Rafael Belliard, Ron Darling, love that card, how it fell over, Eric Anthony, duplicated, Derek Lilliquist, Chris Cologne, and Billy Ashley. So nothing too great so far. And then we go over to 89 Score. One of my favorite sets here. There's a couple error cards, nothing too notable. And then you have a few rookies here like Randy Johnson, Gary Sheffield, and a few others. We have Kurt Young, Barry Larkin, Denny Walling, Jim Pankovitz, Willie Upshaw, Robbie Thompson, Jeff Robinson, Steve Lyons, Ron Gant, Steve Bushell, Jody Reed, Terry Mulholland, John Dobson, Jose Rijo, Mike Campbell, and Bob McClure. So still looking for our second notable card here, but now we're going to go over to 1991 Leaf. We've got a Series 1 and a Series 2. Looking for Gold Leaf rookies and a few other cards here. And we start off with Joe Baver, Hector Villanueva, Randy Reddy, Mike Harkey, Sean Dunston, Pat Combs, Jerome Walton, Terry Mulholland, Paul Osemacher, Dickie Thon, Greg Maddux, Mark Langston, Mike Witt, Luis Polonia, and Matt Noakes. No rookies there. Maddux was the best card out of that pack. And then we go over to Series 2, again looking for Gold Leaf rookies. And there is one here. I'm not sure if it got shown on camera, but we'll flip it over here to kind of hide who it is as long as I can. And we have Ozzie Guillen, Kevin Moss, Mike Jeffcoat, Bill Sampson, Glenn Allen Hill, Terry Pendleton, Hubie Brooks, Willie McGee, Joe Carter, Darren Jackson, Mike Pagliarulo, Sam Horn, Devon White, Darren Holmes, and Jeff Bagwell. So do not remember ever opening up one of these out of a pack here. So our two best cards so far are both Bagwell rookies. And that is a nice little rookie card there. Probably the best card out of that series. And then we go over to Leaf 92. Got a pack of Series 1 and Series 2. These also have the Gold Leaf rookies, but they also have the Black Parallel set here. So we're looking for nice Black Parallel. I don't think there's any high rookies in here. But we have Jeff Blauser. Our Black Parallel is going to be Dave the Valley. Dennis Martinez. Then we go to Rob Dibble, Milt Kyler, Oral Hershiser, Leo Gomez, Dave Henderson, Dean Palmer, Dave Otto, Chris Hoyles, Paul Osemacher, Brian McRae, which would have been a nice card back in the day, Darren Jackson, and Glenn Allen Hill. So nothing too great out of that pack either. Then we go to Series 2, which has the bigger potential Jeff Kent rookie in the set here, and would love to get a Jeff Kent Black Parallel card. And we start off here, Dale Murphy, and our Black Parallel is going to be Doug Strange. And there's a Gold Leaf rookie of Dan Wilson, Terry Leach, Paul Miller, Donnie Hill, Lenny Dykstra, Lito Perez, Scott Bankhead, Joe Baver again, Chris James, Kevin Brown, Benito Santiago, Glenn Davis, and Mariano Duncan. And then we go to 1990 Upper Deck. Looking for a Reggie Jackson autograph as well as some of the nicer rookies in the set here. We start off, we have Eric Hansen, Gene Nelson, so Will Clark, I believe that was a National League MVP, or actually All-Star top vote getter, Ron Hasse, Chris Sabo, Drew Hall, Steve Buechele. There's a Houston Astros hologram. Brian Bohannon, who I had a lot of high hopes for when he first started. Chuck McElroy, Chris Carpenter, Rick Rona, Greg Smith, Roger McDowell, Roberto Alomar, and Paul Molitor. Nothing too crazy out of that one. Alright, so now we go over to 1988 Fleer. This one, again, we're back to Glavine, Matt Williams. This one also does have Mark Grace, rookie, Caminiti, and Tino Martinez, or Edgar Martinez, rookie card. And we start off with a Yankees sticker. Steve Lombardozzi, Tom Hume, who has the same name as my band director in 6th grade and also resembles him a little bit. Kelly Gruber, John Davis, Danny Cox, Spike Owen, Randy St. Clair, Jay Bell, Les Lancaster, Harold Baines, Oral Hershiser, Jay Aldrich, Jeff Blauser rookie, Eric Bell, and Kevin Bass. Nothing too great there. Blauser was one that I thought might have been a little bit more valuable than it is, but nothing too great there. So now we're going to go to our stack 3 here. I have this pack in stack 3, even though I did not expect to find anything. I am 99% certain this was a searched box, and have not found anything other than a few stars like Dwight Gooden, but none of the big cards here. So, but there's always that hope that I'm wrong. But we're going to start off here with Bob Stanley, Rick Mailer, Scott Bradley, Mark Sullivan, Jamie Kokenauer, Dave Winfield, Steve Bedrosian, Gary Ward, Jay Baller, Jack Howell, Larry Anderson, Mel Hall, Brooks Jacoby, Mike Fitzgerald, and Dave Bergman. So nothing out of that pack as expected. So the next two are both going to be 91 Score Series 2, looking for Chipper Jones rookies as well as the Mickey Mantle inserts and the very highly unlikely Mickey Mantle autograph. I might wake up my son screaming and yelling if I pull one. So we're going to start off here. We have Mark Gardner, Bill Pecota, Mike Moore, Rick Rona, Mark Grant, Rick Dempsey, Chris Nabholz, Paul Sorrento, Scott Leas, Ray Young, Eric Davis, Big Head All-Star, and there's a Chipper Jones draft pick rookie, so that's a nice little card to pull aside. And then we have John Olerud, Darryl Strawberry, Ben McDonald, and Greg Jeffries. So can't complain about that pack here with the Chipper rookie. And then go into pack number 2. And we start off with Doug Drabeck, Fred McGriff, Andy Van Slyke, Benny Santiago Dream Team card, Mike McFarland, Rob Ducey, Doug Jennings, Walt Terrell, Mark Langston, Mike Witt combined no-hit card, Nolan Ryan no-hit card, Mark Leonard, Mike Gardner, Kevin Bass, Mike Brumley, Bob Patterson, and Dave Henderson. Alright, and our next two are going to be 94 Upper Deck Collector's Choice. We have Series 1 and Series 2. Series 2 having the better cards in it. Looking for some nice silver and gold signature parallels in these packs as well. In Series 1, we start off with a Barry Bonds checklist. And then we have Barry Bonds top performer. And our silver signature is going to be Kirby Puckett team checklist. Cecil Fielder, Ryan Klesko, Pete Incaviglia, Tim Costo, Greg McMichael, Reggie Sanders, Ricky Henderson, Tino Martinez, and Barry Larkin. So not a bad pack, but nothing to shout about either. Now we go to Series 2, where we have Alex Rodriguez, rookie, as well as Derek Jeter and Michael Jordan cards here, and hopefully finding a nice signature card. And we start off with the Donnie Baseball team checklist. Jamie Navarro, Bip Roberts, Dave Hansen, John Franco, Arthur Rhodes, Bob Tewksbury, Jose Vizcaino, Lee Smith, Mike Kelly rookie card, and we have Alex Ochoa rookie signature card in the silver signature. Nothing too phenomenal there. And now we're going to 1990 for the next few packs here. We'll start off with 1990 Bowman, looking for Sosa, Frank Thomas, and a few other notable cards here. And we start off with a Kevin Mitchell artwork card, and then go to Ron Hassey, John Smoltz, Ken Daly, Barry Lyons, Dave Parker, Lloyd Mosby, Dan Schatzeder, David Cohn, Dave Martinez, Tim McIntosh, Darren Lewis, Greg Briley, The Dreaded Checklist, and Johnny Ard. Nothing too great there either. And a lot of the same cards out of 1990 Topps. This one does have the unlikely potential of a no-name on front, Frank Thomas. And we start off with the propaganda piece. Kevin Mitchell All-Star, Bill Kruger, Scott Bradley, Barry Jones, Darrell Evans, Cal Daniels, Kurt Young, there's Greg Olson, Randy Milligan, Ken Oberkfell, Gino Petralli, Dennis Lamp, John Cerruti, Mickey Hatcher, and Joe Carter. Nothing too crazy there either. And one of my favorite all-time sets, 1990 Score, looking for Frank Thomas, the Bo Jackson football, baseball being the two biggest cards here. We have Jose Lind, Pete Smith, Scott Bradley, Juan Berenger, Paul Coleman, Jose Rijo, Tim Tuffle, Tim Leary, Kevin Brown, Mike Krukow, Wally Joyner, Mickey Hatcher, Frank Williams, Steve Finley, Tony Fossas, and Dave West. Nothing too phenomenal out of that pack. And then the 89 Bowman, which I normally put in the top potential here, so it's almost an extenuation here. Looking for Ken Griffey Jr. rookies, Gary Sheffield, a few other of the nice rookies out of the set here. And we start off with Eddie Murray, Bobby Witt, and that is Bud Black, Royce Clayton, Paul Kilgus, Willie Ansley, and that is, I believe, Duke Snyder. A reprint card with Jose Leand, Oswaldo Peraza, Steve Bedrosian. There's Willie McGee, Brian Downing, and Don Slaught. So nothing too great there. Alright, so we've gotten one decent card out of each stack here. And now we're into our high potential cards, so hoping for some big finds here. We're going to start off with 1990 Leaf Series 1, looking for Sammy Sosa, Ken Griffey Jr., and a few other smaller rookies and stars in here. We start off with Hubie Brooks, Mike Scott, Burt Blyleven, Rob Dibble, Wade Boggs, Mike Bilecki, Pete Harnish, Andres Thomas, Bobby Bonilla, Dave Parker, Tom Herr, George Brett's one of the nicer cards out of the set, Greg Jeffries, Cecil Fielder, and Oil Can Boyd. And now we'll go to 91 Bowman. Still trying to find a Jim Thome rookie. I've pulled a couple Chipper Jones rookies, Mike Mussina. Have pulled pretty much all the big rookies there. Von Rodriguez, Javi Lopez, Ryan Klesko, but I still just have not pulled a Jim Thome. So hopefully we'll get one out of the final packs I've got here, because this is getting close to open up 3 boxes. And we have Ellis Burks, Jay Howell, Gary Reedus, Jeff Manto, Ken Hill, Jack Clark with the really bad gum stain, Bo Dodson, Eric McRae, who I've never heard of before, Darren Dalton, Rafael Montalvo, Mike Linsky, another player I've never heard of before, Doug Drabeck, Adam Hisdu, and Hector Rivera. Still, the Jim Thome eludes me. So our next 2 packs are going to be 1991 Upper Deck. One is the standard Nolan Ryan card. Is find the Nolan with Nolan autograph potential, as well as the Michael Jordan SP1. There's Chipper Jones, Mike Mussina. So a lot of good cards here, and then also the Jumbo pack, which also includes a Silver Slugger insert. So we'll start off with the base pack here. And we start off with Melito Perez, Rafael Navoa, Casey Candel, Junior Felix, Jeff Brantley, Steve Sachs, the Nolan Heroes card, number 1, but not the autograph, Donnie Baseball, Alan Mills, Robin Ventura in the throwback uniform, Mark Grace, Darrell Boston, have St. Louis Cardinals hologram, Bernard Gilkey rookie, which would have been a nice rookie to find, as well as Reggie Sanders, which was one of the hot cards back in '91, and then Milt Thompson. In '91, that would have been a really good pack. So now we'll go with the Jumbo pack here. Again, looking for all the same cards, trying to pull a Michael Jordan SP1, really specifically what I want. I remember back in '91 being told that the Jumbo packs had a better chance of finding the Jordans, but I don't know if that's true or not. But here we have Bud Black, Fred McGriff, Mark Gardner, Tim Cruz, Jim Vatcher, Mark Eichhorn, Joe Orsulak, Dwight Evans, Paul Molitor, So Bernie Williams rookie along with the Jeff Conine rookie. We'll pull out Bernie even though it's not a high value card. But we have Danny Jackson, Mark Eichhorn again, Jim Presley, Bill Sampson, Vince Coleman, Mike Bell, Mitch Williams. And we have a couple different holograms here. We have the Yankees hologram as well as the National League hologram. Sandy Alomar, Ted Power, Narcisco Elvira, who I do not remember either, Todd Hundley, Steve Finley, Henry Rodriguez, Joe Girardi, Darryl Strawberry, Propaganda Piece, and a Lance Parrish Silver Slugger. Alright, so now we go to one of my favorite sets and least favorite sets at the same time because I have such a hard time pulling Griffey rookies here. So we'll see if we can break my streak. Also looking again for Sheffield, Smoltz, Randy Johnson, and a few other rookies here, but mostly looking for Griffeys. And we start off with Sean Dunston, Jose Uribe, Brian Fisher, Tommy Gregg, Keith Brown, Keith Moreland, Tony Pena, Von Hayes, Nolan Ryan rookies, nice little find, Harold Bain, Scott Fletcher, Kirk McCaskill, Andres Galarraga, Eric Plunk, and Willie Wilson. And then we go to our biggest four here. Have 187 Fleer, two 1987 Donruss packs, and an 89 Fleer, again with the Griffey rookie. These are error packs, so there is potential to find a Bill Ripken error as well. So we're going to go over to 87 Fleer, looking for Bo Jackson, Barry Bonds, the two big ones, Barry Larkin, and Will Clark, and a few others in here. But we have Tigers sticker, followed by Steve Carlton with 4,000 strikeouts, Jim Wolford, Roy Lee Jackson, Mel Hall, Tim Wallach, Ralph Bryant, who I've never heard of, and Jose Gonzalez, Bob Stoddard, Rick Manning, Dave Stieb, Mariano Duncan, Eric Plunk, Kevin Elster, who I cannot stand, Angel Salazar, Gary Pettis, Spanky LaValliere, Mike Brown, and Darren Dalton. So nothing too great there. And then we have our 287 Donruss. I have two boxes going. I think I picked one from each box, but I'm not 100% certain. We'll go ahead and open it up here. We have the same cards as 87 Fleer, but also have the Maddux as rookie, as well as a Mark McGwire card in here, even though it's not a true rookie for McGwire. And we start off with Mark Real, Mike Aldretti, Steve Lombardozzi, Jim DeShays, Donnie Baseball, Paul Osemacher, Bill Bathe, Mike Kingery, Keith Moreland, Joe Johnson, Scott McGregor, Ed Vandenberg, Jimmy Key, Bob Nepper, and Rob Nelson. And our second pack. We start off with Larry Anderson, Mike Schmidt, Wade Boggs, Mark McLemore, Darrell Porter, Lance Parrish, Terry Kennedy, Rance Mulliniks, Don Carmen, Alex Trevino, Mike Bielecki, Wilfredo Tejada, Eric Davis, Diamond Kings, Tommy Herr, and Mike Morgan. So some pretty big names there. So that's a nice little fun pack there with Schmidt and Boggs. And our final chance to hit it big tonight is going to be 89 Fleer, looking for that Bill Ripken error, or a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie. And we start off with a Astro sticker, Tom Browning, Mike Diaz, Bob Melvin, Rich Gedman, Jamie Moyer, Jim Gantner, Mark McLemore, Fred Tolliver, Al Nipper, Doyle Alexander, Keith Moreland, Mike Capel, and Drew Hall. Rookies, Jeff Hamilton, Chad Kruger, and Pascual Perez. So Nothing too big there, so not the greatest night here, but I did get a couple nice rookie cards here. So we've got the Bernie Williams, Chipper Jones, and the two Bagwell rookies. So I'm not going to complain at all about tonight, even though we didn't hit it big. Um, Always fun to open up cards, especially when you get a few nice rookies there. So I appreciate everybody stopping in. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so that you don't miss any more of my content. I do try to have these openings once or twice a week. So appreciate you stopping in. Let me know what your favorite card was. Let me know what your favorite set that I opened was, and if there's any sets that you would like to see me open, I will definitely try to see what I can do because I'm always looking for some new types of cards to open up. So again, thanks for stopping in. Hope everybody has a great day, and if you are opening packs, good luck with your search, and I hope you hit it big.